All right, so there we go. Both runners are about to get started here. We're going to get them synced up for you. Total versus cross product. Game 1. This is the Super Metroid Item Randomizer Tournament. And I hope you all are keeping up with what's happening. We have a lot of participants. And these guys are 2 very good competitors. So they're making their way through the parlor. They're going to descend down the criteria shaft, as we call it. Just a little bit of counting we have to do here. There's a little tiny platform here on the right that they don't want to run into. And we see cross product falling into the pit. It's a very skillful room to get through here if you go through it pitless. So neither runners have done that so far. But we have the first major item coming up. There's going to be a major item here on the left, and then there's going to be 2 rooms on the right. So we have an energy tank, and they have to pick up this major item if they want to proceed through the blue Brinstar. And we see Total doing a little crouch there. You cannot go that way. You don't have the morph ball. So the first of the 2 items, one of them has to be a morph ball. So that is going to be this item here on the right. It's going to be in the ceiling, and just a little damage boost. Unsuccessful on the first try, unsuccessful on the second try. Both players still trying to go for it. They got to watch their health, but they have plenty since they got that E-Tank. Total is the first one to get it. Cross product right behind them. And I believe they're going to go and grab this minor item over here on the right, and it's a good one. It's the power bombs. These guys do not have bombs in the beginning. They're going to have to look for it. So getting power bombs is actually great. It's great for them. But they would like some ammunition. They don't have any beam upgrades, so anything like missiles, super missiles, they're going to be collecting those here in the start. And looks like Total just has a slight lead over cross product right now. He might be checking the minor item over here on the left, here in the blue Brinstar area. But we might see one of them go up the elevator first. Yeah, both of them just going straight up the elevator. Doesn't look like they want to grab the item over there on the left. So who knows what it could be. Okay, Total is going to blow out the blocks here, and he's going to grab these missiles. Same with cross product. It's on the way, so these guys are going this way because there's a major item over up at the top where Bomb Teresa is. So it's nice to grab this minor item right there, and now they got to climb up the criteria shaft. It's a race to the top. Total is the first one up there. Looks like cross products getting tagged by one of those pirates. Still trying to make it up the climb. And Total is making his way through the parlor. And he'll be the first one to face the Bomb Teresa. As long as it's not the bomb's item, they won't actually have to fight the Bomb Teresa. So we're gonna check, and it's just the energy tank. I don't think either of these players are going to be so they can go up to the gauntlet if they want, but since they only have like 5 power bombs, 5 power bombs max, it's probably not a good idea. So they're probably going to omit checking that item. So we see Total, he is working on the Alcatraz. There we go, nice little wall jump, and then morphing at the top. He doesn't have the bombs, he's got to switch to power bombs and turn that on. Yeah, we've got nothing but energy tanks here. So pretty bland start. to the match, but there should be no danger of either players dying here. Yes, it's a very healthy seed. So 5 minutes into the match, Total is the first one to go into Brinstar. And there are a couple major items here in this beginning area. One is the Brinstar reserve tank. And the first thing that Total is going to have to do is... looks like he's going to have to get some missiles, excuse me. He only has 4 missiles, so he's trying to farm these little crab enemies here. And looks like crossproduct was doing the same, doing a little bit of farming before he goes into this area, mockballing underneath the gates. And again, there's another pink door right there. So they have to do more farming. A little power bomb being laid, and yeah, he should be fine. They got supers, so seem to be in good shape. Crossproduct is going to be the first one to check this item here. Still keeping us in suspense. I didn't really check it as he goes to grab these 2 minor items over here on the right. Ooh, and it's a good item. This is arguably one of the better items to get in a randomizer. So we have the high jump boots. A little extra height being added to their jumps. And one thing that's great about the high jump boots is it makes Sulis Maridia easier. It makes the lava dive easier. So there's a section in Norfair leading up to lower Norfair where if these guys don't have the gravity suit, if they don't have the space jump, they can easily make it up there with the high jump. So that's a good item to get. Another energy tank. So very healthy seed, as you guys have pointed out. But these guys are very evenly matched right now. They're collecting the super missile here on the left in this room. Yeah, looks like Total taking a little extra time there just to make it over that little invisible gap. You don't want to fall down there because it's a very long detour. So just a little bit behind crossproduct right now. These guys are going to be moving on into the pink Brinstar area. Call it the Big Pink. And crossproduct getting hit by that Rio right there. When you have the high jump, it makes doing that mock ball a little bit trickier, especially when you're trying to go over those enemies. Okay, so that was very interesting. Both of them checked what that minor item was, but they didn't grab it. So crossproduct nailing this gate glitch first try. They have to be flush against this wall here. You're gonna see Total do it, and then because he has the high jump, it's really easy. If they didn't have that, they would have to be in the doorway and trying to jump up. And their efforts were in vain after setting up that trick because it was just a reserve tank. And yeah, extra healthy. These guys are up to 5 energy tanks right now. But hey, at least they have high jump, right? Yeah, no love for the missiles. Honestly, I would pick those up. A little extra ammo never hurts. Like supers, missiles. I'd like to have 20 of each. So, but crossproduct opting to forego those missiles and just he is moving on. And hello, he is going up the red tower. We're gonna see what Total does. So yeah, I'm kind of curious why cross-product decided to go this way. It's not going to be easy getting across the moat, and he's having trouble with this block here at the top. And his opponent, Total, is actually going to check the X-ray item. And it looks like he turned off the high jump so that he could make this a little bit easier on himself as well. He wants to only take damage from these waivers. So this is actually really exciting. He's got the D-boost. He's made it over to the X-ray item. That's really well done there by Total. And he gets a reserve tank. Wow. Yeah, that's really... this is kind of sad, actually. Oh, no! So Total almost kind of got stuck there. He was trying to propel himself up into that little hole, and thankfully he had the presence of mind to just do a little jump and morph into the little section there to get himself out of the X-ray. So he's going to be taking a little bit of damage. He has to be careful. These spikes do tons and tons of damage to you. Crossproduct still continuing on. He's pretty much dead set on going to this red ship. Yeah, so we see Total. He has gone down the red tower. There are two different ways you can go, and neither there's no like right or wrong way, because again, this is item randomizer. You never know where you're gonna get. Crossproduct is trying to set up the CWJ. Looks like he almost had it. Hey, Total just got the charge beam. That's really good news for him. But Crossproduct getting the CWJ, he has made his way to the wreck ship. Now he has to fight Fantoon. He has to make sure he survives as well. But right off the bat, Total is sort of having an advantage, having gone down the red tower, finding that charge beam. So something, there's gonna have to be something really good here in wreck ship for it to pay off for Crossproduct. Crossproduct a little bit worried about that covert right there. They do a lot of damage to you when you don't have any suits, so I don't blame them. Again, both these players only have 5 power bombs, and like that's important to note because they don't have regular bombs. If they run out of power bombs at any point, they could get stuck somewhere, and that would be very unfortunate. Looks like we're getting a slope. Oh, and we see a missed quick kill from Total. Alright, so Crossproduct, he's gonna have to do a nice little Doppler there. And what I mean by saying a Doppler, hey, Total just got bombs. So that's like another pretty good item to get here in this randomizer. Again, it's like going down. Was paying off really well for Total. Crossproduct still fighting Fantoon. This fight is taking quite a while. Crossproduct is trying to farm up a little bit from these flames that Fantoon drops. mid pattern right there. Yeah, Cross is extremely worried about this fight. Probably not entirely too comfortable with it. Hey, Spring Ball. We're seeing a lot of really good major items right now. Although some people would argue that Spring Ball is not the best item to get, but I'm a fan. Crossproduct has to watch his health. He is down to 67 health right now. I think just like a missile and a super missile will finish Fantoon off. There we go. So Crossproduct has survived the Fantoon fight, and he gets to check most of Wreck Ship. The only thing he won't be able to check is the Wreck Ship Reserve. If he doesn't find the speed booster here, any of these major items, Total is going to be checking the high jump item, and he's going to collect his super missile along the way.
Hey, sorry for taking so long to get set up. How's everyone today?
Hey, what's up? So I'm being joined by Ditmook here on commentary.
Early route divergence, always nice to see. Gives you a little different perspective.
Ooh, okay. So Crossproduct gets himself another energy tank, as did Total right there. Looks like Total's going to backtrack a little bit just to grab those supers. These supers are really good against Ridley, and they're just good to have in general, because if these guys don't get any beam upgrades, that's going to make it pretty hard on them.
Yeah, Total's already in good shape to pretty much, you got to figure he'll run across one more pack of supers and being able to take out Ridley with just ammo, even though he has charge beam. That without anything else, it would be quite a long fight.
Okay, so Crossproduct, since he has the high jump, he can make it through this this area here in the water without the gravity suit. Just being a little extra careful there in the spiky room of death, and Total grabbing another energy tank. Yeah, so far no suits. What would you do in this situation, Ditmook? You don't have any suits, and there's this big hell run that's coming up in Norfair. Do you do it, or do you go up to Wreck Ship?
I think with the skill of these runners, I mean, they should have enough health to be able to do it fairly easily. I mean, I know it kind of, you say that and then, you know, something silly happens or you just bump something wrong. But I think they definitely should be able to get over to Bubble Mountain. You've got two pretty easy farming spots nearby. I mean, if you're already down in Norfair, I don't see a good reason to leave it.
Yeah, so we're seeing Total do just that, and I don't think I didn't catch it. I wasn't sure if he saved or not, but so far it's looking all right for him. He's got 4 energy tanks. He just needs to. He can take damage from those Geemers. And this Rising Tide room. Okay, he's got stuck a little bit. It's always really nerve-wracking when he goes through there.
And I believe the fire bats in there they hit really hard in comparison to everything else.
Yeah, it's not fun when you get hit by those guys. And so there we go. Total making a save right there. He made it past the hell run, the first leg of the hell run anyway. If he wants to check these major items, he's going to have to do more. But this is a kind of a good opportunity for Crossproduct. If he finds a good major item here in the Wreck Ship, that's going to pay off for him. He has 2 of them, but he can't grab this item here over at the Wreck Ship Reserve. He doesn't have the speed booster. So he's trying to maneuver through these blocks here. I didn't catch that. Did you see what it was?
It's Varia.
It is very. Someone had called that in the chat. My goodness. Various suit at the wreck ship reserve, and these guys need the speed booster to get it. Where do you think it could be? Do you think it's at the gauntlet area?
When you have to find speed, it's so. I mean, the only place now it can't be is lower Norfair. I mean, it could be anywhere. I mean, obviously gravity has to be somewhere that's obtainable and not in lower Norfair too, I believe, by the logic.
Holy
But
cow.
It's pretty much a wide open slate here right now.
No, yeah, no kidding. Yeah, this is exciting. So one thing you guys have to know is the gravity suit in the item randomizers does not give you heat protection. So no matter what, these guys need the various suit unless they're going to do some sort of crazy RBO route through lower Norfair, which is extremely hard. Like, I don't think I've seen any runners pull it off except for maybe 1 or 2 people. So more often than not, you need that various suit. I don't think any of the previous matches have had people go on without it. If crossproduct gets the speed booster here, okay, he didn't. He got the space jump. I was gonna say, if he found speed booster right here at the gravity suit location, that would have just like been the biggest payoff.
Yeah, I think there was a seed the other day that did have that, and it was quite the sight, but it very rarely pays off. It's the biggest gamble about wreck ship early. There is that if you can't check that, you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, and it has to be a huge blow to your confidence too. Like, you took this gamble, and yeah, you get stuck right there. Oh my gosh. So yeah, crossproduct coming to the landing site. Looks like he's gonna save, and then perhaps he's gonna check this gauntlet item. Again, both of these players, they're looking for suits and they're looking for speed booster, because we know that the various suit is at the wreck ship reserve and you need the speed booster to get that item.
Yeah, crossproduct finally has enough bombs to actually get through gauntlet completely.
Yeah, so that's an interesting thing. Crossproduct only has power bombs. Total found the bombs over in Kraid's lair, so he is not going to be having any sort of trouble with this ammo management. Oh, so crossproduct finds himself another energy tank at the gauntlet area. So I guess speed booster has to be elsewhere. I want to say it's in Norfair. It could be in Maridia if Total makes his way through Norfair and finds the gravity suit or the grapple beam. We might be seeing some suitless Maridia. I guess also they would need the ice beam, so it's pretty interesting seed so far. I hope you guys are enjoying it.
I think we should pretty much just call a suit in Croc, just because we should always bet on Croc Z.
Bet on the Crocomire. Oh, there it is. So Total finding the speed booster. He doesn't know that Varia is at the wreck ship reserve, but that's just gonna make it that much easier for him, because he just has it already. Like, it's not in his mind to have to go look for it. Crossproduct is gonna make his way down the red tower, and looks like he's gonna check the X-ray item, and this is gonna be really easy for him since he has the space jump as well.
Yeah, and I think the thing is, Total is going to pretty much. Well, I thought he was going to clear the rest of Norfair, but he might not be.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. We know that this energy tank is only a reserve tank, so crossproduct is probably very disappointed by that. Don't count anyone out in these randomizer matches. I'm telling you, because I've seen some crazy things happen. We've seen players soft lock at the final boss fight. Like, just anything could happen, and it could go either way. So you think one person is just like done for, and then they aren't. So again, these matches, they're extremely just brutal, and I think these participants have been incredibly they've been incredible, like just hanging in there and just persevering through a lot of them. So crossproduct getting his charge beam. We see Total, he's throwing some super missiles into Crocodile's mouth. He wants to put him in this acid. Crossproduct did not die, no. We see Total, he has got himself his first beam upgrade besides the charge beam. He's got himself the wave beam, and that's actually really good. I would say I prefer having the wave beam more than a lot of other beam upgrades.
You don't really realize how much it pays off until you don't have it in certain spots. The ability just to kind of go through even just the gates is a big deal.
Crossproduct grabbing some extra supers. Again, the super missiles are great ammo to get, because if you have to fight Ridley and you only have you only have like one beam upgrade, those supers are gonna be really helpful because they actually do double damage to Ridley. Instead of the normal 300, it will do 600. So makes that fight considerably easier, and Total getting the grapple beam where it should be. So a little vanilla seed action right there.
I'm probably sure they're happy just to see something that's not an E-tank at a location, just because of how E-tank heavy this has been pretty early on.
Yeah, like at this point, like where Total is, like he's gone through quite a handful of major items, and with the amount of E-tanks that he has, like seeing another one or a reserve tank is just, it's really disappointing. So these guys are looking for major items. They want upgrades, especially the gravity suit. They don't have that yet. We don't know where it is, but we do know where the Various suit, and it is in Rex ship. So Total should, the next move for Total right now, be very prudent for him to go to the Rex ship, fight the boss there, and he will be rewarded with a Various suit, and that's going to protect him from this heat damage that he's taking all throughout here. Crossproduct grabbing the spring ball. He is 2 bosses down. Total is only 1 boss into the 4, so a little bit catching up for Total, but it shouldn't be too bad for him. I would say Total is in the lead. What do you think?
I would say so, simply based off his movement item set. But I think that, like we were talking about earlier, where you can't really tell what, the twists and turns. It looks like Total is way ahead on items there, but Cross has a boss knocked out. So, hypothetically, if he were to go check the Norfair reserve right away, he would find speed and he would know where he had to go right away, pretty much, to get the Various suit.
Yeah, so I agree as well. Crossproduct has a little bit of catching up to do. I think Total is going to go to the waterway. So there is an item, a big major item on the bottom left of the charge beam location. And it could be something good. We're going to find out.
I always seem to think that waterway is usually boom or bust. It's always like gravity or a reserve tank. Never like anything in between. Oh, it's screw attack. It's, a beam upgrade.
Yeah, this is I definitely can say from experience that this item is always like it always lingers in my mind. So anytime I can check it, I think it's a good call. Oh, and he only gets an E-tank, but it's probably also a good thing because he was down a lot of life. So this is gonna sort of help him a little bit. He won't have to like go to the landing site or make a detour to get more health. So from here on out, he won't have to worry about thinking about this item, and he could just move on, go to the wreck ship, and fight Fantoon.
Yeah, I think it's always kind of interesting to see how many E-tanks players pick up in the randomizer, where, like if most of them, I'd say most runners run at least some portion of any percent at some time. And you do that with 3 or 4 E-tanks most of the time. And then you see these guys with, 12 E-tanks. It's simply because it's easier to take 7 seconds and pick up an E-tank than it is to go farm or go find a refill station.
Ooh, okay. Crossproduct is gonna do Suitless Maridia. I'm actually incredibly surprised by this. He is again, he does not know where the speed booster is, so he's taking a pretty big gamble here. If he finds himself the gravity suit at the Mama Turtle location, this could be pretty good. So, but again, I think he's really just trying to make the right call to find the speed booster, and this is not where it is.
I mean, with Spring Ball, it's not the worst early gamble you could make. I mean, I don't think everyone would make this, but I mean, if it pays off, it's going to pay off big.
Yeah, we've seen in quite a few other matches some other players doing this, where they just go into Maridia early without the gravity suit, and sometimes, yeah, it's just like a huge gamble. It's a huge risk, and sometimes it pays off, and other times it doesn't. So, cross product definitely putting it all on the line here, because like Suitless Maridia is a big time sink. It doesn't matter like how good your movement is; it's going to take quite a while to get through here.
Yeah, once you're committed, you're committed. It's not like maybe like the Bubble Mountain room or something like that, where if you see something and you don't like it, okay, I can just turn around and I can go back. You're here, you're going to stay to check what you came to check, which I think he can only check Mama Turtle, and I don't know if he can check the Sand Pit with his current items, but I think he can with Spring Ball.
Yeah, we'll see what his decisions are. His opponent Total is doing some X Factors, and that's the first round down for him. Pretty good stuff. Again, if you have the charge beam and another beam equipped, you just gotta select the power bombs and then charge your beam, and then you get this really cool special beam combo. Unfortunately, not connecting the X Factor right there on Fantoon on the second round. So he's going to have to finish him off with some missiles. He can't hit Fantoon until those particles are off the screen or canceled out. So all things considered, pretty easy fight for Total. And here's the moment of truth for Crossproduct. He is entering the Mama Turtle room. Is this going to be a good item for him? Ooh, ow, he just took a ton of damage right there from Mama Turtle. She is not happy when you hit those little baby turtles there. And Crossbog just resetting right away. I know he saved in the Norfair Speedway. So it looks like he's just gonna go straight into a hell run right here. The gamble did not pay off for him.
But very well executed early suitless there. I mean, without grapple, without ice, just using spring ball. Very impressive. Didn't take that long in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, he definitely sort of. I definitely will say like Crossbot knew what he was doing. He was gonna get that out of the way as quickly as he could, and when he saw that he didn't get anything good there, just immediately reset, and yeah, he is moving on. He needs to find this speed booster in order to get the Various suit, which is all the way up top in the wreck ship reserve. So it's gonna be, once he finds this item, it's gonna be a long haul back.
I will say his having space jump did help make his suitless run, or his heated runs here a lot simpler. Like he could space jump through rooms that are just generally a pain normally. Total just noping out on the nope tank.
Yeah, that's like, so you'll see some runners, they'll usually make like a save at the save station before they do this detour here to get to the wreck ship energy tank. And when they see that it's nothing that they want, they just reset and get themselves out of there. But Total will have to backtrack. Not too far of a distance to backtrack, but he's gonna make his way to the gravity suit area, and he's gonna find something good there, and he is in a pretty good spot, I have to say.
Yeah, the strategic save and reset there. I feel like most runners do it when they're a little bit lower on life. I mean, we've got. If we don't have every E-tank in the game already out, I don't know how there can't be more than one or two out there. And when you have 3 to 5 E-tanks and those platforms do 200 spike damage without a suit, it's a big risk to go back through, especially without a save.
So there it is, Total checking that item. You always see the players checking it before, because they want to make sure what they're getting into before they go all the way around. Because this whole bowling sequence takes a little bit of time.
I was going to say Total needs to watch his power bombs, but I forgot they have regular bombs and a nice bowling spark there.
Yeah, so the reason that Cross is behind a little bit is because he went to the wreck ship first. Total went down to the Norfair area instead of going to the wreck ship. So that is the difference in the race right now. So crossproduct finding the speed booster. I think he is just going to hightail it all the way back up the red tower and into the wreck ship, which it looks like he's going to be doing. Bit of a face plant there for a Total, sparking right into the wall. When you run up against the wall like that and you try to shine spark, it always happens. Yeah, so total, as far as ammo, upgrades, he's in a good spot. Like, he doesn't really even need to pick up like any more ammunition because he has the charge beam and the wave beam, and so long as he feels comfortable with these boss fights, yeah, he might not even need anything else.
Although I am surprised to see Total kind of pass over a super missile pack simply because of his beam combo being a little bit not optimal, just to help out in the long run. You know, if you run into if you don't find anything by the time you get to Mother Brain, you'd want those supers just to kind of supplement your attack.
Sure, yeah. So cross product, he actually does not have the wave beams, so he's gonna have to do this gate glitch. He gets it within a couple of tries, so that's actually really good. He's gonna be checking the waterway. I'm not sure why he dropped that power bomb there, but in any case, he's going to the waterway. I think he just wants to see if it's going to be gravity suit or not.
Probably just dropped it for funsies. And occasionally, you just want to blow up everything in a room.
Yeah, that's very understandable. Sometimes you just can't deal with all those enemies. You just want to blow everything up.
It's art imitating life here.
Yeah, so he's actually opting to skip that energy tank, even though he was only got about like 278 health. And Total now has the Various suit. So he's gonna go into Norfair. He's not gonna take any heat damage now, and he's just gonna go straight to lower Norfair and take on Ridley. There's also quite a few major items down there, so I'm definitely looking for some progress on his way.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to check it. Unless they find gravity down there, they're going to check everything in lower Norfair. So we'll get to see the green gate glitch down there, and the fire flea. So that'll be exciting, that one. Cross taking the alternative way back up to the wreck ship.
So it looks like Total, unfortunately, yeah, he's going to do a little bit of farming. Some of those drops were underneath the floor, but looks like he's in good shape right now. Again, this lava dive with the high jump should be a piece of cake for both of these players.
Yeah, once he breaks the lava, plus he's got space jump, that'll help give him a little extra boost. So he doesn't have to maybe worry about an extra wall jump if not necessary.
Yeah, you do want to avoid these fireballs from these faces, because they're going to do a lot of damage. Oh, okay, so yeah, he's going to have to try again, missing the first wall jump.
I believe they did slow down the heat damage when you have Varia in the randomizer, so it doesn't have to be as fast. You have a little bit bigger margin of error.
Yeah, for sure. Gotta have the Various suit for that second. There's just no exception.
Super blue door, why not? Second try green gate glitch. Oh, always impressive to see that.
Yeah, that green gate is the most stubborn green gate in the entire game, I have to say. Getting an energy tank, but again, Total has to feel pretty good about that because he is already down like more than half health, and he has the space jump, so he can just make his way out of that screw attack area really easily.
Using the power bomb to farm the rippers a little bit here.
Yeah, those rippers will pretty much guarantee a super drop, so long as you're not low on life. So getting some supers, setting up for the fast pillars, really good effort there, nailing it the first try. And he's going to have to drop a power bomb right here to bring out these blocks in the worst room in the game. You can see why it's the worst room in the game. These pirates are extremely annoying. And actually, they're going to do a ton of damage because these guys don't have the gravity suit either. Ooh, getting tagged. Hey, oh, again, it's the worst room in the game. Just can't describe it any other way.
He clears the worst part of the worst room in the game, but the second half still isn't exactly a pick.
So he has to feel really happy having picked up that energy tank because all these enemies, they do 100 damage to you, which is a whole E-tank's worth. So again, cross product doing the same thing Total did, just a little face plant against the wall. But he has finally gotten his various suit, and he's most likely going to be doing the same thing Total is right now, going into lower Norfair, and he's got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, I see that as I don't want to say the only play for Cross, but I do think that's the most efficient play.
Yeah, had he found the gravity suit in another area, as we see Total taking a ton of damage, that's gotta hurt. Yeah, if Cross had found the gravity suit, his other option would have been to go into Maridia, but I just don't think it's a good play right now. And he hasn't gone into Crocomires, so he actually does not know what those items are.
I would feel like at this point it would be go to Croc as your last resort because you have Varia and you have speed, so you cleared everything you really need to get to lower Norfair.
Right. Yeah. So since it's along the way to fighting Ridley, one of the bosses, go into lower Norfair first. Check the major items there. When you don't find what you need, you can exit lower Norfair and then go to Crocomire. It's pretty good routing. So the grapple beam was at the grapple beam location. And we see Total making very good use of it. Doing a little farming before he goes into Ridley.
How an electric beam shooting out of an arm cannon allows someone to grab something. It seems like it would make something explode, but I'll suspend disbelief.
Yeah, how does it pick up energy in the form of a pink blob? Like, what is that? It's very lots of questions here, but this is Super Metroid. It's one of the best games ever. We'll just leave those questions unanswered. I'm fine with that. Oh, okay. So Ridley is being kind of a jerk to Total, sort of blocking some of these super shots right now. But so long as he nails the rest of these shots, this is gonna be a quick fight. Yeah,
I feel like.
Go ahead.
I just said I feel like Ridley's probably being a jerk because he started out with an X Factor.
Yeah.
Ridley, so He just didn't like that, so.
Ooh, okay, Total is in the acid. He's taking a lot of damage. Okay, that should be the end of Ridley. Total just needs Ridley to pick up Samus. He's gonna take a little bit of damage there. Okay, so that's the end of Ridley. A bit of a sketchy fight for him. A bit low on life, so he might do some farming on his way out.
It's probably another E-tank here, so we'll just pick that up and have gravity and not have to worry about it.
Have the gravity suit, not energy. But man, the chat has been on point. I saw someone calling for gravity suit at Ridley, so you guys have been calling it. Pretty tough seed, I have to say. You have to do a hell run to get the speed booster and then go to the wreck ship, get the wreck ship reserve tank, which is the various suit, and then come back down here to fight Ridley for the gravity suit. So those are the big highlights of this seed right now. The charge beam was at the spacer beam location, so that was really nice for both of these players. And right now, Total down to about 200 health. He needs to watch out because even though he has the gravity suit, it's going to reduce the amount of damage he's going to take. He's still in kind of a low life situation.
Another nice green gate glitch by Cross there. Definitely have to be careful for Total, though. You're right, because he's got 6 key hunters to go by, and they do 50 damage apiece, even with.
Yeah, he just pieced out. He's going straight to the save station. He does not want to take any chances. Same with Cross. Cross didn't even check what this item was first. He wanted that energy immediately. And he just realized it was an energy tank. He could have gotten that health refill first. Oh, Total. He cannot take another hit. These Kai Hunters are going to kill him. He needs to avoid that one. Oh, using a little spring ball to get him by those Kai Hunters.
Got him. Great find by Total with the plasma beam, but it's still going to be sketchy getting out of here.
Yeah, actually, that's great for him because now he could use. It's going to be real easy for him to destroy these enemies using the plasma beam with a charge shot. As we see cross product, he's in the worst room in the game, have a little trouble with these wall jumps, his space jumps, and he's taking so much damage. Oh gosh. All right, he's made it up to the second part. He's gotta watch out. Holy cow.
In this match, the worst room of the game holds up to its name.
No kidding. Especially without the gravity suit. Just taking one E-tank's worth of damage each time. That's no bueno. So this is actually a really good call here from Cross, checking this item before going down to Ridley because it's the plasma beam, and that's actually going to make the Ridley fight a bit easier for him. But as far as the race goes, Total is in the lead. He's got the gravity suit. He is going to go into Maridia, finish off the Dragon, and then that'll be it for him. He's just got to go into turret and finish the game. Something very drastic would have to happen for cross product to catch up.
So I think the only thing I see that Total may want, well, actually he doesn't have to do that. I was going to say he may want to farm before going to bot wound just because you don't want to soft lock him there, but he's got charge, so it's really not a worry at all. I'm a little gun shy to bring up those what-if situations simply because I seem to cursed everyone in the past few races I've done.
Ooh, okay. That was really scary there for cross product. He's trying to avoid these big hoppers because just one hit from
Jerks.
them. Yeah, they've been big jerks. Okay, so cross product has got himself an extra power bomb pack, and if he gets enough ammo, he can actually just do a crystal flash, and that's gonna give him all his life back. So yeah, he might want to farm a bit and try to get all that health back if he wants.
The Ninja Pirates should give him probably a fair amount of health as well as, well, maybe not. I don't think they got regular
Yeah.
missiles.
They were very giving.
I'm just gonna stop talking.
No.
I'm gonna stop predicting things. I'm just gonna say they did stuff.
The game should be a lot nicer. We'll just say that, but it is not. It's been a very, very tough seed for both of these players. But almost an hour in. Oh, total. Yes. Go back for that. You want that because you want to use this microwave action on Dragon and get yourself some fried shrimp.
Total demonstrating why Plasma is an excellent pickup for Black Balloon because it alleviates the frustration of his terrible hitbox.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Balloon's hitbox. It's a mystery. It's an enigma. No one knows what's happening with it. All right, so Cross has 45 supers. He only needs to use 30 of them. And so far, so good. He is just dumping it all into Ridley.
And once you get him into that pogo, you're in pretty good shape for just ruthless aggression on this dinosaur thing.
No damage. That's how it's done. So cross product making sure work of Ridley. He's going to be rewarded with a gravity suit. A little bit of a microwave there for Dragon. Didn't completely finish her off, but definitely made the fight that much easier. Ooh, holy cow. Everything going right for total. He checks the Dragon item. I probably wouldn't even have checked it. I would have just left, and he finds himself the Ice Beam. That's huge, because now he doesn't have to power bomb these Metroids. He is in go mode. Time to finish the game.
Well, with his power bomb count as a max 5, he pretty much had to check it, or he was going to be searching for miners.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wasn't even paying attention. So, yeah. I think that's just like the consequence of of going down the Red Tower and then finding those bombs so early. Once he had those bombs, he didn't have to get as many power bombs, and yeah, everything looking good for total.
Cross just had a very nice wasteland with a speedball through there and avoiding side hoppers. I mean, even with the second trip up to bowling, Cross is not, I mean, all things considered, is very close to total.
Yeah, what's really going to be the difference here is if Cross goes into Crocomire. I don't know if he wants anything there. I think Cross is just pretty much, let's try to finish the game, like in that sort of mentality.
I mean, I think if you look at it as a blanket, just look at it like, oh, Cross did not play as well as Total, but he's played a very good game. It's just his early wreck ship gamble didn't pay off.
Yeah, that's like the biggest. That's the biggest thing. Like, if you go up to wreck ship first, there's one major item there. So they both got the high jump early, so they were able to check the wreck ship energy tank. But there's always that one major item, the wreck ship reserve, and you need the speed booster to get that. And when Cross Product found out that it was the various suit, like, I'm pretty sure, I want to say his heart sunk. I'll have to ask him, but that was the huge blow that he took. And Total, it was fortunate for Total because he went down, he found the speed booster, and he is in good position to win this match, or this game, excuse me. These matches are 2 out of 3, so you need to win 2 games. So Cross he's not out of it. There's still game 2 after this. We don't know when game 3 is going to be, if it happens. So if you're rooting for Cross Product, hang in there. He's still got another game to go, and yeah, he can definitely come back. There it is, the Crystal Flash. Look at all this energy being refilled right now. A very good, very useful trick, especially when you're in a dire situation. Okay, so this is a very interesting spot here for Total. He needs some super missiles. You need at least, okay, so he should be in a good spot. You want to have at least 20 missiles and 10 or more supers. So yeah, he's gonna go back for that super because he definitely knows he needs it. You need this ammo for the first phase of Mother Brain, and if you run out of ammo, like if you didn't save, it's you pretty much
game over.
It's game over. Having a hard time trying to convey my feelings about it, but yeah, it's exactly what happens.
Well, we've sadly all been there, and just you just hang your head or rage out, and it's like it was just something so silly.
So yeah, we'll see what Total opts to do. Again, these racers, they don't know where they don't know where their opponents are. As we see Cross Product, he's going to grab the X-ray, add a microwave ability to his arsenal. But both of these runners, they just love sparking into the wall.
Samus is going to have CTE after this match.
Yeah, she's got to go through the concussion protocol after this. Yeah, so Total just going for it. He's not even gonna save. He feels pretty good about taking on Mother Brain, and I don't blame him. He's got like 12 E tanks. He got some microwaved shrimp over here on the right side with Cross. Still got to do a little bit more, and there we go.
Yeah, the lack of extra beam damage slowed down Cross there, but I mean, it was a matter of seconds.
Yeah, he didn't. He did not go to Crocomire, so he doesn't have the wave beam, and he is also going to find the ice beam here, so it's really good for him.
Total on Mother Brain 2 here, going to take 20 charge shots to get rid of the space chicken dinosaur. Taking a catch up to the face.
Okay, good. So Total remembered to turn off Vari. If he's setting up for the stand-up glitch, you want to have a little more than 700 health, and then take the Varia suit off. And then you're going to stand up, and you just need to be in the air as this big Metroid comes in for this cutscene, and then you're going to be able to deal damage to Mother Brain while she is in, while the big Metroid is giving back your life.
That was a very nice post-bot-tune return room for Cross.
Yeah, again, Cross, he has not been playing bad. He's been playing real good. It's just the one sort of difference in the routing. He went to the wreck ship first, and Total did not. Total went into Norfair before him, and that proved to be I guess the biggest difference.
Now the Cephii fish takes a bomb to the face.
Oh, yes, that is also true. So crossproduct did go into Maridia without gravity suit. He was checking that Mama Turtle item, and it didn't pay off for him. So he took a couple of risks, and it just didn't work out for him. Sometimes they prove to be the biggest difference, because like Patty found a really good item there. It could have, you know, the game could have swung in his favor. Oh man, Crossfire trying to spark into that door.
Samus is definitely going to need some Advil once she gets on the ship.
Ooh, okay, so Total going back. Yeah, he was trying to set up this Shine Spark. It could be a little unnerving right there when you don't get the speed echoes and you don't get the Shine Spark charge.
Yeah, I've done that several times. It just makes you feel like, how did I mean, I had all this way to run and I still can't do it.
And there it is. Total taking the first game, finishing with a time of 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 46 seconds. So congratulations to him. Again, don't go away, guys. We got game 2 coming up. So cross-product, he's going to try and run it back. The randomizer was not in his favor this time. We'll see what he does in this next game.
You see if Cross can get his baby skip.
No baby skips today.
Well, it's early, lots of matches today, so somebody should get a baby skip somewhere. Cross picking an interesting spot to sit, but
He was trying to do a crystal flash there.